Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is Tracy's Corner, and if this is your first time visiting Tracy's Corner, you're highly welcome. What do we have on board today? We have ogbono soup and egusi. Ogbono soup, egusi soup with ogbono. So this is the soup you're seeing. If you like to see how I prepare this delicious looking soup, then you have to watch this video to the end. To all my returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. Thank you for always watching my videos. Thank you for always coming back on Tracy's Corner to support me. So guys, let me show you how I prepare this nice looking soup. Let's get started. I started by seasoning my meat. So I'll be using, on this menu, I'll be using cow meat, yes, like beef, and some dry fish. You can use any meat, fish, or whatever you want. It can be fresh fish that has been fried, any obstacles of your choice. You can add beef skin, anything you want, so you can use it. So on this menu, I'm using just beef skin and some dry fish. So guys, but that does not limit you. You can use anything of your choice. Like I said, any fish, meat, whatever you have available. So guys, I'm gonna season my meat as you're seeing. I'm seasoning this meat with just seasoning cubes, salt, and white pepper. Then later on, I'm gonna add some garlic and ginger and some onion to season the meat together with. So keep watching, stay tuned, enjoy the video. So guys, at this point, as you can see, my meat is well seasoned. I just wanted to season it for a short while, and now that my beef is well seasoned, like it's not like ready, the meat is still raw, but I just wanted to season it so the seasoning cube can get into the meat. So right now I'm going to add more water, and this water that I'm adding into this pot is the water that I'm going to use to cook the soup, the egusi soup. I'm not going to add more water. So this one I'm adding is the water I'm going to use to cook the soup. I can only add water if necessary, but at this point I think this one will be enough to cook my soup until it's well cooked. So guys, I will cover the pot, allow it to boil. While waiting for the water to get boiled, I will move straight to blend my egusi. So this is egusi. You can see that white seedlings, we call it egusi. So I'm going to blend in my egusi right now while waiting for the water to boil. By the time the water is boiled, I'm sure I'll be done blending my egusi. Then I'm going to add it to the pot. So let's blend the egusi together. So guys, we are done with the blending of the egusi, and I'm going to add in hot water into the egusi. I'm adding in hot water. After adding a little bit of hot water into the egusi, I'm going to stir it very well. After stirring, then you see what next. At this point, I'm done mixing my egusi really well. So I'm going to put in this egusi into the pot. the pot, I added more water like you saw before, so I'm sure the water is boiling now really well. You can see the water is boiling, and this is the right time for me to put in my egusi. And to add this egusi into this pot, I'm not going to turn the egusi like all at once. I'm going to cut them into lumps, smaller sizes. You can see what I'm doing. I'm cutting them into smaller sizes. This is because you can as well just blend your egusi and pour into the water if you like. It doesn't matter, but for me, I really want this method because I don't just want the soup to be plain. I want the soup to have a little bit of egusi lumps, like smaller sizes of this egusi at the end of the cooking process. So that's why I'm like cutting them like this. So guys, just watch the video. Let's put the egusi into the pot. Stay tuned and we move to the next step after this. So guys, this is after a few minutes. So after a few minutes, I'm just going to add in my palm oil into my pot of soup and allow it to cook alongside with the egusi. So I'm adding in now my palm oil. So after adding in our palm oil, let's add in some seasoning cubes. You can as well add your seasoning cube the way you want your soup to taste. If you want it to be more tasty, you know what to add. You can add in more seasoning cube and salt. All depend on you. And after that, I'm adding in my crayfish. You can see my crayfish. I love crayfish inside egusi soup. And I'll be adding as well garlic and ginger, because I added in some garlic and ginger at the beginning of the cooking when I was seasoning the meat, and I left some, so I'm adding in the garlic and ginger now at this point. And I'm as well adding in some onion, and now that's black pepper you're seeing. I'll be adding in some black pepper. We call it bush pepper. It's really good inside egusi soup as well. And I'll go ahead to add in white pepper too. So that's white pepper, and I think this is all when it comes to the spices I need to add at this point. After adding in all my spices, the next thing I'll be adding into this pot of soup will be my ogbono. We call it bush mango. So that's it over there. I had to add in warm water inside for it to really soak and get soft, but all couldn't get soft at once. So anyways, it will get soft inside the pot. So I'm adding in now my ogbono, and I'm adding in this ogbono right now because I want it to cook really well. If it was okra, I will not add it immediately. I will not add it like at this point. I'll add it maybe at the end of my cooking. So because with okra, I will just allow it to cook again like for 5 minutes. But with ogbono, like the bush mango, I'll allow it to cook like for 15 to 20 minutes alongside with the soup. So I'm just going to cover the pot right now, and later on I will add in the last thing to finalize this soup. The soup has not yet been finalized. It needs one thing to give it that beauty, to make it look really delicious. That's my vegetable. So I love adding vegetable. Vegetable is really good inside egusi soup, ogbono, okra soup, anything. So right now I've added in my vegetable. Normally I usually put in I usually cook it with bitter leaf, but I noticed my kids, I don't know, it's like they don't like the bitterness of that bitter leaf. It's a little bit, it has that bitterness at the end of it. So but I really do love it, but since they don't really like it, that's why I'm using my spinach. I just want to paint the soup, so I use in spinach as the vegetable in the soup. Look at that beauty. Look at how nice and delicious this soup is looking after I added in my vegetable. So my pot of soup is ready and I'm dishing it right now. I'm dishing out my own share. So you can see how delicious looking this soup is. It's looking so good and it tastes so good. It tastes really good. I love the taste. Yummy. What next? Let's move to the eating process. This is my best part, eating what I prepared, and I know I did my best, and my best for sure, it's the best. So guys, we have come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. I really do appreciate you all. So guys, stay tuned and turn on your notification bell if you have not yet turned it on, so you'll be the first person to know when I upload my new video. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a blessed day, and please use my recipe. Try this method out. You're going to like it. Bye bye.